The various swans. There was a king who had 11 sons and a daughter, whose names were Eliza. On the 12 children were Prince and Queen Leonor. They were living happily in their castle until one day, when the king decided to get married again. He was feeling lonely after this demise of the wife. The children were waiting for their new mother, but their appearance a different picture. The new twins were quick, sweet, and didn't treat the children well. She sent Eliza to the remote place with a present and his wife. She says the 11 princes that the king ordered them to leave the castle and cast a spell on them. The prince turned into beautiful swans instead of ugly birds, and flew away from the counter. When Eliza turned 15, she was allowed to return to the castle and meet the king. The queen awfully the grief on Eliza's face and her head to make Eliza become ugly. The king chased Eliza out of the castle when he saw that she was ugly. Eliza stared childishly in chest of her brother. She chased at the far end of the spark. She saw an old lady. She showed her the way to her brother's place. Eliza climbed the river amidst the ocean. She spotted 11 feathers of white swan living near seaweed. She thinks she would find her brother's son. As the sun was setting, 11 swans were flying in the skies and landed near her, and they turned into 11 friends. All of them were happy to see Eliza and took her on top. They decided to return to the palace the next morning. Then they arranged a court and lived there. At night, when Eliza was sleeping, she dreamed that the fairy came to meet her and showed her the cemetery to help her brother out of the coast. When she got up, she decides to do as the friars were. She starts picking the nettle from them to the cave, and asked them into wax and washed them into cost. A mouse helped her. On days she was picking the nettle, she saw the king of the land. Eliza has no option than to go with the king after the king's invitation. They arrive at the king's castle, but Eliza was unhappy. The king threw all things of her to castle. She continues walking. She wears 10 coats. As the were about to wear the last one, she ran out of the nether. She went out the college. The nether. She was discovered and taken to court. She was kept in a dreary cave and convicted to Ireland. The next morning, a man throws on her coat and and flew inside the count. Just then, the mouse brought her many nettles. She kept weaving the glass coat till they took her out in the morning. The 11 swans sat around the cot to protect her. Elsa fell on the cot on the swan on Byron, and they turned in 11 handsome friends. That it planned everything to vindicate their sister. The king asked Elsa to marry him. Later, they confused the evil queen's kingdom and imprisoned that for a lifetime. The king was just viewed from the witch spell. They only lived happy ever after.